Good morning, YouTube family, and welcome to my channel, Evolving One Step at a Time. And today I'm coming to you with my October mid-month check-in. Now, I sat down the other day and did my numbers. I will say that I was happy for the most part. I do have some areas that I could definitely see some growth, but but you do what you can. That's why this channel is called Evolving One Step at a Time, because I'm still evolving. I'm not perfect. Tomorrow I'm not going to be perfect. So, hey, it is what it is. That's why you're here, right? Because you're not perfect either. We're a team. But let's get into it. Let's talk about what is going on. Now, baby step number 3 has still been placed on hold. We have a lot of things going on in regards to the move. Every time you turn around, there's something else popping up. But that's what happens with older homes. The more you get into it as far as fixing things up, the more you find those, we got to fix this too. And that's okay. That was expected. And I tried to put that into the budget. But, it still doesn't make you feel good when you get the phone call. It is what it is. So that's where I am with that. I'm disappointed about the baby step number 3 being on hold, but when you look at the larger picture, it's going to be such a blessing for us to get into this home. Lots more space. It just makes more sense. And financially, it's also going to be a blessing in the long run. We just have to get through this transition period. And that can be hard. At least it is for me. So baby step number 3 is still on hold. I am moving $205.93. Yes, I count the cents because we have a goal and I'm trying to get there as soon as possible. But I'm moving that amount, $205.93 to savings for the first half of the month. Now, this is exciting. I forgot that I had purchased $300 worth of Lowe's gift cards to go towards fixing up things in the house. And that needs to go in my budget as far as that is part of my savings. I was able to get those gift cards for $275.97. They were having some promotion at Staples, so that was a little less than $25 that I was able to put elsewhere because I was able to purchase these $300 in gift cards. So I needed to add that back into my moving / house fund because I had taken it out to purchase that, but I didn't factor that back in, that we still have this money and that still needs to go towards that savings goal. Okay, so after I move the money for the first half of the month to that savings fund, I will have only $114.99 left that we need to save in order to reach my goal of $2,500 for moving expenses and little things that we needed to get done at the house. So yay! I'm excited. The thing is that I don't even know if the $2,500 is what we need. That's just what I have been hoping and praying, that it would cover everything. Of course, I told you in the previous video that we learned that we will need a roof, and we're going in half on that with my mother because this is still her home. It will one day become ours, but at this moment it's hers. And she was going to do the full amount. I did not feel comfortable with that whatsoever, and so we came to an agreement that we would split it. She has been such a blessing to me, and That's all I can say. She's been such a blessing as far as getting this house ready for us. And it's one of those things that I feel that, you know, Mama, I appreciate everything you're doing, but we need to do as well. And so in discussing it, I was able to convince her, isn't that something? Mama, please let me pay for my own roof. That's pretty much what I had to say. How many people can say they have parents like that? Oh my God, I'm so blessed. But we decided that we would go in half on the roof. So that's $3,000 that has not been factored into the moving fund. So that is what we'll start saving towards next. Okay? So very excited about how close we are to hitting that $2,500. And I have every hope of finishing that up by the end of the month. Let's see, what else do we have that we need to talk about? Okay, let's talk about the fact that I have been feeling very stressed and constrained as far as my budget. And this happens occasionally, and this is something I want to discuss with y'all because I want to keep it real. I don't want you to think that this has been an easy journey for us. It has not been. I am so happy to be on the other side and finally debt free. I don't have the stress of those bills hanging over my head, but at the same time, it's still life. You still have stressors. So I have found that, you know, I would go out and I would see things that I would like to have, especially with this new move coming up, because I am trying to purge my home of things that don't function well as far as organizing, things that we really don't use, clothes that I wish I could wear but I can't, so let's just give it up. Give it up and be a blessing to somebody else because they're not blessing me because I can't fit into them. So let's get rid of them. So while I'm doing this and purging and getting rid of things and trying to organize to make the transition more smooth once we get into the other house, I have found that, you know, when you go out, you'll see something, you're like, oh, that's really nice, and that will go with my room, or this sweater. You know, saw this at Goodwill and oh, I like that color, and I have so much black in my wardrobe, and a nice little pop of color would be so nice. Even though it's only $3, I was saying no to myself constantly, and that can really get to you when you're working so hard. You know, you're doing everything that you can to move towards your goals. And this is something that I have always had a problem with, as far as when I get focused on something, I am focused on it, and then I feel guilty. Nobody else is trying to make me feel guilty, but I do it to myself. And so, I mean, I was at the bare bones of the budget for myself. You know, I am more flexible with baby girl and what I give her. I am more flexible with what I need for the household. I'm more flexible with Matthew and the dogs. Everybody else I'm more flexible with. But when it comes to me, I say no to myself all the time, and when I don't, I feel guilty, and that is a problem because I have put a lot of hard work into this, a lot of hard work, and I deserve to be able to do something for myself every once in a while. So this is what I decided. I'm giving myself a raise. Praise the Lord. I'm giving myself a raise, and right now I'm still at the portion of trying to rationalize it to myself because of all the things that I'm trying to do. It doesn't make sense in my head. I feel a little guilty, but I'm hoping with a little bit of time passing that I will feel less guilty about it. Y'all tell me, am I crazy, or should I? Tell me in the comments, what are your thoughts about my situation? So I'm giving myself a raise from $10 a week to $20 a week in my fun money. So I'm raising that budget line from $20 every 2 weeks to $40. That's all I'm going to say on that, because I already feel kind of guilty, but I'm hoping, I know that I have worked hard for it and I know that I deserve it. I just don't want to feel guilty about it, and that's where I am right now. So I'll have to let you know how it works out. I'm going to give it 2 weeks. I'm going to try it out. If I get to the end of, well, maybe I should give myself more than 2 weeks. I think I'm going to give myself a month. And if I see at the end of the month that I am constantly having extra money in my fun envelope, then I will put it back. But if I am finding uses for it and I don't feel as deprived as I have in the last couple of weeks, then I'm going to leave it there, because it's not going to break us. We have the money. I've worked very hard to get us to the point where we are debt free, and I feel like I deserve it, and there you go. There you go. So I will keep you updated as to how that goes. I'm not quite sure. I'm bad when it comes to myself. Like I said, I can do for everybody else, but when it comes to me, you know, I just don't always see the need, and that's not a good thing. But anyway, things that are coming up in the near future with me purging so many items. I've been doing a lot of research online of places to send them to maybe get a little extra money to use towards the roof and other bills that are coming up in the near future. Swap.com, declutter, and things like that. So I'm in the process of using those, and I will be updating you very soon as far as my experience with them. Do I recommend them and things like that? But that's going to take some time because I am still getting the items together. Other things that are coming up, you'll see the transition into the new home, because I really do feel like within the next month and a half, we will be into the house, and I will start trying to organize and keep things straight over there. So you'll see that, because even though it is a larger home, I have been living with a very it's cluttered. It's cluttered because we've grown from a family of one from about 10 years ago when I purchased the house to a family of 3, sometimes 4. So I am looking forward to the move and having space, but I by no means want to fill up this house, so I'm still in declutter mode. If it doesn't have a function, it has to get out. But that is my mid-month check-in as far as my budget goals that I have for myself, as far as decluttering and possibly bringing some extra income in from that declutter, and giving myself a raise. That still scares me. But anyway, I'm crazy? Am I crazy? Let me know. Am I crazy? Anyway, I just want to thank y'all for being on this journey with me. I have found that doing this has kept me accountable to myself and to my family. So for that, I am appreciative. Please leave a comment below. Let me know about your journey, any questions that you might have. Let's learn from each other. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next 2 weeks or so and let you know how I did. Talk to you soon. Bye.